Okay, so I noticed a few things you've done, or I shouldn't address that this video for just you. It should be everyone that's doing this if they're using the UE4 skeleton, because I know it's a bit of a pain in the ass to get through, and it's sort of obscure videos and stuff that you have to go look for in order to figure this stuff out. So uh, basically, I'm just going to show you what needs to be done, and you can, if you need some help, I'll help you out. But like, you should be able to figure this out. It's not that difficult. First off, what you need to do is just go into the items and copy the rifle. Just duplicate it, right? And then it'll pop down here. And then from here, you open up DT weapons, pop it open, duplicate the rifle once again. The con, open that up, duplicate the rifle again. The items again, interact weapon, again, duplicate it. And then change all this so that it actually reflects rifle 2, because it'll say rifle 1, you want to change it to rifle 2, and then once you've got all that stuff done, you go into each one of these things, the rifle con, the interact, and DT weapons, and you do your thing in there as well. So in rifle 2, you would end up changing the skeletal mesh and all that stuff, characteristics, all that good stuff. And then here you'd have to change the attached second hand effector to rifle number 2. The only reason why you're going to change this one in particular, and there's another one as well that you will have to change, is because if you don't and you try to adjust the rifle, it'll adjust all your rifles to the same one. We don't want that, so you get that done. And then in DT items, you'd scroll down as well. The second hand or the attached hand effector, you want to change that, and the back, you want to change that as well. And then we go into the skeleton, and then we create all these sockets that you're going to need. So you would end up going down here and copy. You just copy it and duplicate it, right? So you would Control C on this and go up to the hand, and then Control V, and it'll push the copy down for you. Then you do the same thing for the attached second hand, and then if you're using the UE4 Manny or not, it doesn't matter. At this point, you can do this for anything. You can do this for UE5, UE4, or the meta character. But either way, at this point, this is where it changes, and like if you're not doing just the UE5 character, this is what you need to listen to. So you have to have that second hand effector in there as well. And when adjusting, we won't be adjusting anything on here except for that second hand effector. As you can see, we've got it. It's the one that needs to be adjusted. So I just finished adjusting this guy. I need to compile and save him before I lose it. The best thing to do here now is when you're doing the adjustments, you just grab the BP con, you throw it out on the ground so that you can see that the window's there. And whenever you're making any fine adjustments, I've got the skeletal mesh for the UE4 Manny over on the second screen here. And essentially, I was just adjusting from here on screen when we play. Alright, so I would grab the gun. I would shift F1 to get my cursor, drop that out, and now I can make fine adjustments to my gun, the way it handles and stuff like that. And I can do that right from here live. I'll show you. Just gonna whip it back real quick, right? Yeah. Put that back to where it belongs. There we go. But as you can see, you get all this stuff set up, you get the con set up, the interact set up, then you got to go into the modern RPG ABP. This is kind of the important part because if you don't do this, then all that setup you've done is for nothing because it'll always the gun will always veer off to one side. So you would end up creating a new pin here, add a new pin in, and then because of the way that this is set up with the way that I can't explain it, but you need to have it set up so that the enumeration doesn't get screwed up. But as from what I gather, right, there's more to it, I'm sure. There's lots of stuff that will break if you don't do this right. But it's not hard to do it right. So what you do is you just add a pin in, bang, then you grab this guy here, which is the second one, right? You shift click him. He'll be stuck in 7. You just drop him down a pin to 8 and then you attach your next gun in. I've already done 3 guns so far, so I have 3 pins in before that guy. And each one of these reflects the gun that I've done. Rifle 3, Rifle 2, and Rifle 1 is obviously it's the first one. It's the stock one. But these are all custom weapons. This is how you got to do it. And you have to put one in here for this guy because you have to adjust. If you have to adjust for the UE5 character, this is the setup that you would use. Adjusting for the UE4 character, this is the setup you use. So here you would have the attached UE5 or UE4 attached effector for the rifle. And then when your skeleton, I'll show you essentially. When you pull your gun out, usually if this isn't set up correctly, you'll see that the gun will be facing more over here somewhere in the middle of the screen. And that's because of where the bone's not attached and it's just kind of free floating and trying to go to center point or whatever of the mesh. But you can, in order to get the hand where it needs to be, you have to adjust that in the UE5 skeleton. And you would do that just right here basically. Let's put him back up there, I guess. Yeah, so you would adjust him from here. Now there's no way to turn the hand or anything like that, so not from here anyways that I know of. Once I figure that out, that's going to be a game changer. But yeah, so you just adjust up and down from here wherever you need to adjust it, and then it will actually adjust it on the UE4 Manny. And then that'll go up and down, left or right, based on this adjustment right here. And that's pretty much it. So after that, you should have a working prototype for your gun, and you can do whatever types of adjustments you need, little fine adjustments. You can, if you get to the point where you figured it out, you can start doing other things too, obviously, adding attachments and things like that. I've done a few things here already, just so to get like some functionality out of stuff. Right. Fun stuff. But yeah, no, that's how we do it. And I don't think there's anything else you'll need to know in order to make this work. But that's pretty much what you have to do in order to get the UE4 Manny up and running. Now, once you've gotten it up and running like this, you could do it. You can adjust the other UE4 mannequins with all the guns that you have. Like if you got custom guns and you want to put them on the UE4 mannequin as an AI, this will allow you to do that with ease, and then there will be no fuss. You'll know the procedure and you can get it done that way. But yeah, so that's the video, guys. Hope that helped, and I'll see you on the next one, I suppose, right? That's how we do it. Anyways, have fun, and I'll see you later.